Mike Reese here and Nicholas. We're here to just, I'm going to show a quick thing about how to get that wrist to bend, because a lot of times people aren't showing like how to bend. They'll just go, oh, you grab here, you twist here, and it's all Jim Dandy. If he resists, even Nicky can resist me, even though I'm bigger than he is. If I reach over here, because this is another thing they're not talking about, is as soon as I do this, he still has a free hand, and this isn't enough to cover your ribs. So even if I grab here and turn, he can resist this. If he wants to hold on tight and I grab here to try to twist this wrist, he can resist it. And see, he's already giving me resistance. Just hold on tight and I'm going to try it. Now, if I'm weaker than him, I'm not going to even get this. Now, here's the thing. If I come up from here with the other hand and I assist it by grabbing the wrist here and I turn my body, go ahead and resist again. If I come up from underneath and I just go, if I hit both ends, basically I reach across, but what I'd be doing here is smacking here, and then I turn my whole body, as you can see here, my whole body. And we're going to turn, go ahead, on this side. I turn my whole body and I got that wrist to bend. One of the things that people need to remember though is the distraction attack. Okay, even if he's bigger and stronger, there is a distraction that can happen. Now, does it mean that it's going to work like 100%? He might, it depends. You might hit someone in the throat and it might just make them angry. But that means you're not hitting hard enough. At the same time, you got to see what you're trying to do. If I'm trying to armbar someone that big and that crazy, well, then you have to question what your means of what you're doing. Because if someone's mean and crazy, you don't try to armbar that person to hold them in place. You do everything. That person's holding you. You don't care. You don't give a crap about this arm. If someone's big and crazy and they're holding you, and you know you ain't gonna break their grip because they're big and crazy, then you don't care about this. You start working on this. You start working on knees, collapsing that knee, jamming your hand into the throat as many times as you have to get that thing to collapse. That's why I always reference the nice little leopard's paw, as they call it, or I like to call it the knuckle strike up into the throat. I like to just jam my knuckles up into that thing as hard as I possibly can. Because this is good for a moment. This right here is a good shot, but this one I like the most because it got knuckles that go right into that trachea. Okay? Slamming that groin, and not just hitting it, but grabbing hold of it and twisting it. Some people go, well, that means that this person's going to get angrier. They might, because then I'm just going to lift. I'm going to lift, still holding on to that, and kick out that knee. Or I'm going to lift and hit with the throat. Okay? There's all sorts of things you can do to someone that's bigger and uglier, stronger and crazier than you. But this is not that focus. My focus is how to get the bend in the wrist. And for someone smaller, we're going to do it with Nicholas now. For someone smaller, if I'm just grabbing you and I'm grabbing as hard as I can, it has to be two-handed. And the distraction technique, a palm to the face, an eye, gouge to the eyes, even a raking across the eyes needs to happen. Something to get them to flex back away from the pain. Something to get them to not worry about this. And that's when this one's going to come underneath. Go ahead, nope, go underneath. With this one, over the top with this one, like you would do it normally. And then you're going to turn your whole body. Turn. Now I'm going to resist, and he's just going to turn his whole body when he does this, because he's going to have that hand and this hand, and he's just going to turn his whole body. Turn your whole body. There you go. See? And it is good. Now we're just moving around. The wrist is bent. Let's get closer. Yeah, this is not comfortable. The wrist is bent. Okay? So now he has me in a position. Now some say, what's the follow-up here? The follow-up is he walks forward and drops his weight. And now you get that elbow behind my back of my arm, your other elbow, and drop your weight on it. Okay. The follow-up is simple. You mainly take the arm as soon as you, we'll do it with this one. As soon as you grab here, you're going to twist your whole body. Then you take your elbow and you see your arm can rest right here on the arm, and you just walk forward and drop. As soon as you do that, trust me, they're falling forward because they don't, it hurts bad. You're hyperextending the arm, you're keeping the arm locked. But simply, wonder if I just want to let go. And I just go, wham, I distract them here. Why? Because I'm going to distract. Boom. That's fine. Boom. You can let go. Because now they've let go. So basically, you want to make sure you're just getting that leverage with both hands. You're trying to get that lift and the turn. So you're basically trying to get one hand on this part of the wrist and this on this meat of the hand, and you're trying to turn your whole body to get that turned over. Okay? That way you have that whole body leverage. Like, my wrist cannot withstand his whole body. My wrist will never hold his whole body. If he comes over the top, distraction, boom, this comes from underneath, holds up here, boom, he distracts, boom, and he turns. If I try to hold on as tight as I can and he turns his whole body, go ahead, keep going. Whole body, whole body. Okay. Trust me, if he did this fast and I was trying to resist as hard as I can, and he did that fast without care for whether or not he injured me, he's going to rip my tendons and stuff in my wrist. And trust me, you're either going to get something, you're going to take an injury on this. So it doesn't matter if the person resists. But you got to remember, in real fights, if they do this, you should be moving already. As soon as this hand comes up, you should already be coming up. If you get suddenly grabbed because the person's here and they grab onto you because you knew who they were, or they're mad at you now or something, or you're a lady and you're getting attacked, and the guy was here and all of a sudden he grabs a hold of you, you come up from underneath, you smash that face as much as you can, you put a thumb in the eye, grab that arm, turn your whole body, and get out of there. Collapse that knee. Grab something next to you. Hit him in the head. Whatever it takes, okay? So to work that bend, remember, it's just this hand's going to come over, okay? Wherever the hand is, the hand's here, this hand's going to come up underneath, and this hand's going to come across. Think about slapping the face across, and this is coming up underneath. Turn the whole body, okay? If you have to step and turn, step and turn. That doesn't matter, okay? Again, if it's on this side, slap the face, this comes under, you're trying to get your hands up, so slap, turn, okay? That's what you mainly want to look for. This elbow rolls up to get that, so that way you have this hold here, so that way when this elbow comes up, because if I come up here, so I slap in the face, I come up here, grab the arm, and I want my elbow right here. I come up and touch his elbow with my elbow. So I can just drop it down. Same thing with Nick. He's going to slap at the face. This is going to come straight up. Slap at the face. Grab it. Elbow up on my elbow or on the back of my arm. And he's just going to drop me down. Okay. Simple enough. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope anyone who tries that, especially if they're smaller, use someone bigger. And they don't have to resist. Try to see how much they resist after you smack them in the face. Or if they will let you just go real quick in their face and then you jam it. If you go, hey look, and then you go like this, and then you start turning your body, trust me, that resistance will be a lot less. So work with it, play with it, to see what can happen, okay? Thank you guys. Talk to you later.